Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we continue our journeys through Stoke and the Broadacres. So you might remember on the previous episode we went briefly to the Stone Dins and the town of Woodhurst. We needed to advance the epic before we could unlock the last stage of the quests in the Broadacres. So we'll need to do a recap of sorts for the Stone Dins as well when we get there. But for the time being, well, we are focused only on the Broadacres. So last episode, Brithhild was poisoned. We defeated one of the brigand leaders. We found the poison. And now we need to go to the east, defeat the brigand captain and some other brigands, so we can hopefully clarify and make justice on the Reef's death. So that's where things stands right now. And I don't think there are that many quests left on the Broadacres. I'm hoping we will finish the Broadacres today. Okay, so here are the guys, as a matter of fact. All of them nicely packed together. You found an unusual token upon one of the brigands and should bring it to Thane Ordlac. That was it, basically. That was fun. Although, for a moment, I have to admit, I did get a little bit scared about the possibility of dying to those brigands. I didn't expect they were going to hit that hard. But well, luckily our dots were stronger than their damage output. So even 4-1 we did pretty great, I gotta say. Here we are. You have found Lúfa, Ordlac's young wife, at the gate of Stoke.
Our mission is dire.
Beriathan, it is well that I saw you before you returned to the meat hall. Is it true that Brithhild is dead and Ordlac is regent? Then I have come at an opportune moment. Kenneth received word from my husband that he was to bring the entire garrison here. They left Osserley all but defenseless. I rode here swiftly alone to learn the truth of the matter, and now I see you bearing a token which I know well. Oh, level 92, awesome. Beriathan, I have seen that token in my husband's hands many times. He used to handle it when he was anxious about something. If you found it upon one of the brigands, it can only mean one thing. Ordlac is the traitor for which you had been searching at Osserley, and the one who ordered my death. Do not return to Ordlac, Beriathan, for I fear it would be your death. Go instead to Torferth at Torsbury and tell him what transpires. He must bring his garrison to Stoke's defense at once. So this is the point, I hope, in which everything falls into place in case you didn't figure it out already. There were many clues for it, especially Ordlac's demeanor after Brithhild's death, but some other details here and there. So yeah, basically, as Lúfa said, you might remember as well, we were also tracking a traitor in Osserley, a scheme to murder Lúfa. The people, Thane, Torferth, and Ordlac, they were dealing with their own problems. Torferth, Ordlac died, But yeah, basically the people of Torsbury are stationed in here, dealing with their own problems. And this might as well be Ordlac's demise, because he surely is not counting on them, but most likely he also had a hand in Tordak's murder. We'll see.
Our mission is dire.
What is this? I know this token well. It was a gift of friendship from my father to Ordlac. Now all the pieces of evidence you brought me make sense. I should have seen it. Ordlac is the traitor who brought ruin to my people. Lúfa was right to send you to me. I think it likely that Ordlac will soon move against young Griff Freedbird. We must return to Stoke and put an end to this treachery.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
We must ride at once, Beriathan, for there is little time to lose. The lives of many are at stake, not the least of which are Lúfa's and the Rift's children's. We must take Stoke from the traitor and bring him ruin. There is no time to spare, my friend. Will you ride with the Toringas at once? So yeah, this is the last one, the last quest of the Broadacres. Here we have it, 1 class trade point, so let us go. I am proud to fight alongside you once more. Forth the Toringas! Oh yeah.
Thane Ordlac, revealed to be the traitor who orchestrated Reeve Frithild's death, has claimed regency of the Broadacres and the Reeve's children. Young Thane Torferth of Torsbury prepares to ride against Stoke and take back the seat of the Reeve.
So here we are, fighting alongside the Toringas one more time. And hopefully this one will go a little bit better than the last one.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
We have come to it at last, Beriathan, and it is a sad day. Brother must fight brother, and much blood shall be shed. Nevertheless, Ordlac cannot be permitted to continue his treachery. Are you ready to march with us? I am sure that Ordlac has reinforced the road to the meat hall, but we cannot be delayed. Forth the Toringas! This way, follow me! Yeah, now I might regret AoEing all these guys at once, maybe. I mean, when the NPCs do their part, it's not bad at all. But when the NPCs get scattered and you don't receive the full support, that's when things can get messy. So hopefully that exaltation of battle will help us stay alive with no major issues. It seems to the trick. So at this level at least, life taps are still very useful. Not sure about higher levels, as I have not used the life taps for a long while. Not that I can remember of. Only occasionally. But yeah, of course it does shine. It does it best when you have the chance of using them on as many enemies as you can. Hopefully hitting the 10 target limit, because at that point you get very solid heals from it. You coming, guys, please? Any dialogue I might have missed? You're gonna say something, Torferth? Who knows, maybe he was, but since these archers like to go headfirst into the battle, then we missed our chance of confronting Kennel in here, not Ordlac yet, so this way, there is no time to lose, yeah. So okay, oh, the confrontation with Ordlac still yet to come. Let us see.
brings you to these lands?
Look, Ordlac is threatening the Rift's children. We must hurry. Out of the way, that's sick. I will not let your master murder those children. What murder? Is it not murder to throw down usurpers? The White Hand has promised us, Rohan, and Ordlac will bring us that victory. And die with him, traitor. Yeah, that's what's also one of the biggest red flags of what was happening. Always surprised of seeing us alive after sending us to our deaths. Always with that demeanor. Ordlac, stop this madness! Torferth, I suppose I will have to deal with you first. Well, not having aggro gives me the chance, so... getting some cool pictures in here. Make up your mind, Ordlac. Are you wearing an axe or a sword? Okay. I think that was it. We do need to help Torferth, so let us do that. Although I gotta say, I think Torferth is pretty much able of handling this on his own. When I did this with my Cappy, I died, and Torferth was able to defeat Ordlac as I made my way here. So yeah, you can handle this all right.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
We are victorious, Beriathan. Those of Ordlac's men who followed orders without true knowledge of their master's treachery have turned on their brethren and helped rout Torsbury from Stoke. The battle is over. I will wish to speak with you later. Come see me when you have rested a little. Stoke has been freed and Frithild's children saved from Ordlac. So finally things are getting some resemblance of order in here. So as you see, Frithbert stands as Thane, but he is under the care of Torferth and Lúfa, who can finally be together as well. What's gonna happen to Torsbury and what's gonna happen to Torsbury, not sure, because the Broadacres right now seem to be concentrated here in Stoke.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
I am grateful for your aid, Beriathan. If you had not accompanied me, I feared that Frithbert and his sister would have perished at Ordlac's hands. This is a terrible time, however, for Frithbert is not yet old enough to lead the people of the Broadacres. Agility, vitality, faith, finesse. No, I'm not entirely sold on this. Well, let us take it then. So it seems this is it, truly. We have gained the trade point. We don't have a quest to go to the Stone Dens because we have, of course, already done part of that. We do need to clear up backspace, my god. But yeah, we got a trade point, and now we can go back to the Stone Dens and also resume what we were doing in there. So while I finish some tasks, let us refresh our minds. So Stone Dens, the town of Woodhurst, the meat hole was attacked, the Rift was killed. Now only his son Herubrand survived. So we were investigating what happened that day the meat hole was attacked. We discovered 2 of the guards were bribed, and one of the merchants is offering his support to the people of town. But some of them are seeing that as coercion and have rejected that. And as for the epic, Herubrand is sure that he is not going to die under Dunlending hands, because one soothsayer has told him that he is going to die at the hand of the orcs. So in that regard, he does not worry about that. Gonna equip the oh god. Gonna equip the Stone of the Tortoise in just a moment. Because I'm not a fan of Task SP, as I have already told you before. Shatter daggers. The Tattered Furs. I don't think we have it. No. Then wings, clipped ears, clipped wings. Damaged furs, pitted sorsets, shattered hatches. No. And torn skins. Do we have torn skins? No. Oh, I think that's it. So let us turn this in. Isn't that nice? For the first time ever, we will be able to complete all 10 quests or tasks on a single day. So that's gonna be nice. I am, however, not sure that we have enough task items for that, but we can, maybe we do. We need to get rid of something here. Let us get rid of these pins so we can grab this and this. Okay. Now that should be enough, truly. Glittering here and no. Shatter daggers. This is gonna be really quick. I'm going as fast as I can so we can write back to Woodhurst and continue what we were doing there. Alright, so there we go. Now, let me see here. Our milestone is still here in Stoke, so we need to actually grab the stable master.
What is happening to these lands?
And go to Woodhurst by horse. But since we have already finished here in the Broadacres, we can, well, just grab the milestone in Woodhurst. No problem. What else did we need to do here? A lack of support. Okay, so we also need to supply the garrison by collecting these heights and other supplies. And that's basically it. So yeah, that's what I was telling you about on the previous episode as well. The fact that you do need to come to the Stone Dins before you can finish with the Broadacres makes it so that it's very hard to keep track of what you did on one side and the other. I mean, it's at best, even if you're able to remember what you have done. It's been a couple days since the last time I record, so that's why. But even if you are able to remember all that, it's still kind of weird that the quest follow this kind of flow. So once again, as I told you before, would have been much better if for example, that epic quest that requires you to come to Woodhurst to be able to continue the Broadacres was given to you by someone other than the Rave. For example, the girl that we met in Stoke could give us that quest instead of the Rave. So we can not worry about pacing issues. Or maybe the Reef sends you to Stoke, but I don't know, you go and look for Korudan on the outside of Stoke and tell him what has happened, and that starts a new part of the quest chain, so that that would solve half of the issue, because you would still need to complete a quest that the Reef gives you, but if you complete a quest within Stoke, that will keep the quest flow consistent. It's what I'm trying to say. At this point though, I don't think that's very likely to happen. It sounds like a minor change, but even something like that would need some resources that I don't think the LOTRO team is focused on right now. It's been almost 10 years since Helm's Deep released, so if they have not changed this in the last 10 years, I don't think it's very likely they will do now. As of course the game is now someplace else. But well, we can still hypothesize about this kind of things, right? And everything. Now, Horn is also supposed to be at the entrance of town so that we can go all see the soothsayer with Herubrand, but I didn't see him. I don't know why. In any case, let us continue what we were doing. Need some venison, some hides as well. I don't know, I'm seeing so little bears around this area. I mean, there are bears around this hill, but venison I have not seen, so I don't know if maybe this is a quest. I mean, if the venison is located on other areas of the Stone Dins that you would only go to at a later point, like maybe a quest that you are supposed to advance bit by bit and not complete just yet, unless you go out of your way for doing so, like we are today. I don't know. It seems we'll need to finish collecting the hides from the bears so that we can check where else do we need to go. Or if the goats are supposed to drop all this, then do it please and stop delaying me, no. Well, at least they drop hides, so that makes it a little bit faster. Ah, for God's sake. Now, the bears don't drop the hides. What a shame, so... there's no point in fighting the bears. Gotta keep looking for goats. And deer, but I don't see any deer. Let us make our way back to Woodhurst, gathering provisions along the way, as much of them as we can. But if we can definitely not get it all, we'll then need to leave that for later, I guess. I don't want to fight you, bear guy. There's no profit out of it, so yeah. Concern yourself with living your bear life and leave me alone, please. Okay, so here we have Horn and Nona.
A soothsayer lives in this land?
Yeah, can you imagine?
Herubrand is a fool to believe the words of this soothsayer.
A soothsayer. Such mystics never speak plain, but deal in riddles to confuse the weak-minded. Herubrand is a fool to believe the words of this Hildegard. I will go with you to this cave if Nona desires it, but I beg of you, do not put too much stock in the words of this soothsayer. There are many mysteries in the world, but I think it likely this Hildegard is merely a woman with an adult mind. This soothsayer will speak in riddles and lies. Mark my words well, for they tell the future. Pah!
A soothsayer lives in this land? I am filled with delight!
Such folk truly possess the power of foretelling the fates. Do you remember the dream that drew us across the mountains? We could not fathom its meaning, but a soothsayer such as the one of which Herubrand speaks is more skilled at reading such visions than the like of us. Return to Herubrand and humbly beg him to bring us before this soothsayer. She could tell us much. A very nice, very funny contrast as well between Horn's belief and Nona's beliefs. And of course that meeting with the soothsayer is really interesting, but what the heck, let us look for some more goats and see if we can advance this a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm quite positive that yes, the venison, the location we need to go for the venison is not around Woodhurst. And that means that it would be better for us if we put that on hold for a little bit. But I just want to make sure of that, so that's why I let us look for the remaining goats. Gather the hides so that we can check that on the map and be certain. Unless you know, the quest text said exactly where each one of these things is located, but I don't think it does. Yeah, no, it doesn't say. It doesn't say exactly, so we need to do it on our own. We did need some claws from the bears, so at least we didn't waste our time finding them. I mean, I didn't realize at which point we got all the claws we needed, but at least it was something useful for us fighting the bears. We just need 2 more of these goats. A total shame once again that the bears don't drop the hide. We would be done with this already if they did. Deer! Oh my god! Can you believe it? They are around town after all. They are very shy, it seems, but there are deers around here. Oh, is that another one? Or is that a goat? Another goat. Well, that at least should be it. As far as hides go, okay, so deers supposedly are also located all around the area, all across the stone dunes, but I have just seen this one that we just fought and this one that we are about to fight. But yeah, they are not as easy to find. Goat. that of course is made all the more difficult due to the fact that they don't show on the quest or on the minimap. Of course, since they are not hostile from the get-go, they don't show up as red dots on the minimap, and that makes our job of finding deers a little bit harder. Goats, on the other hand, not so difficult. Bears are all over the place. Horses too, but we of course are not going to kill any horses. The Rohirrim would kill us if we hurt any of these horses. And yeah, horse meat? No, thank you. Awesome. So we can talk to the guard captain, and we can also talk to Gifemund. Now that we've come to all the merchants with his offer, and also to Herubrand. We also went to Herubrand and told him what was going on. So now let us go back to Gifemund, let us go back to the guard captain, and let us continue unraveling this mystery as well. And a vendor, we really need a vendor, god. And a bolt keeper. But anyway.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
They have a right to be suspicious. I have my motives, as do you. I simply offered what I have as a courtesy, but they are right, it is not free. I would not be the man I am today if I gave anything for free. Now that more have seen the wisdom of my offer, I may yet be able to achieve my goals. Which are...
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
I have seen what you are doing for Gifemund, and I may have been wrong about you. I have been harsh towards you on a number of occasions, but you may yet prove useful. I still have my eye on you, though. I need you to deliver a letter for me. It has come a time for me to step down as an advisor and better fulfill my role here. I know work for Gifemund, but I will not betray Herubrand's secrets. They are safe with me. Okay, so that's really weird, and I truly don't remember if Gifemund is to be trusted or not, or if the captain is to be trusted. I don't remember anything.
If we will survive this onslaught.
Beriathan, you have my thanks. Collecting these supplies was no small task, but I am afraid that I have not much to repay you with. I still find it difficult to believe that the Reef would not set aside funding for the city guard. You seem to be in good standing with his advisors. Could you speak with them for me to determine why we are receiving so little support? If only you knew. But we gotta keep the secret a little bit longer. So,
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
let us clean this really quick. Agility, vitality, finesse, critical rating. God, I'm not sure about this one. So much for cleaning up backspace. Net. Oh my god, I forgot to remove the Stone of the Tortoise as well. Agility, vitality, morale, finesse. We can get rid of this one. This level 75. Pots we can also get rid of. This level 90, no. That's good. But these ones can go as well. Rittermark, that's 85. Well, we can get rid of the Western, the level 80 ones. Let's get rid of this. Our pocket item stays. Cloak of the Dead, agility, vitality, critical rating, and finesse. Huh. Very good question. Westernnet, okay, now Westfold. We're gonna also sell those Westfold pots. These boots made for walking, but no, we're gonna sell that too. Rittermark. Keep that one a little bit longer. Copper Bauble of the Eastfold. Okay, so we can sell this other one instead. This is gonna help a little, maybe not too much, but still. So that means we can grab this, and this, and this, and this. What do we have here in the scroll case? Dagger of Discipline. Very well. I'm thinking, yeah, I can wait a little bit longer until the quests become level 92 as well, because none of these ones are. That's the epic.
There is no lack of things to be done.
That is not possible. I know for certain that my father set aside a considerable portion of the city's monies to fund a guard. It is vital for the city. Where did the money go if not to the guards? Elda has been involved in the planning for some time, and perhaps he knows what happened. Please find him and speak with him about this.
I have need of your help.
At least Elda had a courtesy of resigning, but if he returns he will have much to answer for. I am concerned that he could unravel everything that we have done, but I must trust that he told you the truth and will keep my secret safe. His service to Gifemund is also concerning, for they make a powerful alliance that could unite Woodhurst behind them. For now, I need you to work for Gifemund and learn what he is up to. Alright.
Let us see what Hildegard has to say of your own future.
Let us focus on the Woodhurst quests and maybe leave the epic for later. Because yeah, as you can see here, Woodhurst is one of the biggest offenders in having you go back and forth between quest givers and talking to them before completing a single quest. Something that, once again, I am not a fan of. So it seems we have reached that point in the quest line in which we will need to do this many times over. So let us do a little bit of that today.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Begone! I have nothing to say to you. Are you accusing me of thievery? You have no evidence and are fortunate that I do not dispose of you right now. I was instructed to fund the city's protection. I diverted funding to those who could actually protect us. The guards do not, and I am not afraid to say it. Tell him what you want. I do not fear him, or you. Well, I do not fear you. Rather.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
You accept my offer? Then I welcome you, Warden. I will not deceive you. I have had my eye upon the seat of power here in Woodhurst for some time. I think you can help me acquire it. First, anyone who serves me must dedicate some time in my mind. Anything good in this life comes from hard work and dedication. Even Elda spent time there when he first came to me. Speak with the overseer there when you are ready. The mine is just outside of town. Actually not too far from the soothsayer's position, so... As you see, we still need to go back to Herubrand anyway. So that's what I meant before. Well, at least Elda admitted he was diverting the funds. But what's Herubrand gonna do about this?
There is no lack of things to be done.
Elda said that he diverted monies elsewhere, but who else is protecting the city, if not the city guard? My father trusted this man and paid for it with his life. He either kept that money and is a thief, or he gave it to someone, as he said, and is a traitor. Yeah, the options are not too encouraging. Back to the captain it is. So, my god, you see, we had to gather the supplies, go back to the captain, go to Herubrand, go to Elda, go to Herubrand, go back to the captain. And that's just one quest. Unlike this one, there are many. And I don't want to sound like repeating myself, but this truly does get old after a while.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
The advisor responsible for funding the protection of the city put those funds elsewhere. He should hope that I never see him again. However, if anyone is truly to blame, it is Herubrand for entrusting someone like that to handle such important affairs. You have my thanks for uncovering this plot. We have not uncovered anything yet. Completed. Known to the Helmingas. Okay, so that's also good. Here we have the Helmingas. We have reached acquaintance with them. Now we need to earn friend standing. Title, 5 LOTRO points. You have reached acquaintance status with the Helmingas. And 5 LOTRO points. Reset daily tasks we are not going to do. But it seems we can go to the soothsayer today after all.
Let us see what Hildegard has to say of your own future.
Are you prepared to depart? Very good. Let us see what Hildegard has to say of your own future. May it be so rosy as my own, which frees my hand in battle against the downlanding invaders.
Rubbish and nonsense. Herubrand may believe the words of this soothsayer, but I will not fall for her trickery.
We have arrived, Beriathan. Hildegard has sight of many things still to come, and the source of her power is unknown to me. Many of my kinsmen call it witchcraft, sorcery such as that practiced by the elves. But I say Hildegard was a woman of Rohan, and remains so. Speak to her with courtesy. Mind your feet. She's accustomed to the dark, as we are not. Remember, friends, be courteous. Hildegard, I have returned. Am I welcome? Ah, young Herubrand, you are welcome at any time. Your visits brighten these dark days. I am not alone, Hildegard. You bring your son Herefara? He speaks sparingly, but he too is welcome. No, I bring friends from afar. Ah, let them approach and introduce themselves. So I go first? Okay, thank you. You give Hildegard your name and she nods. It is a pleasure to meet you, friend of Herubrand. Many are the roads you have walked to get here, and many more you will walk before you are at last given rest. Much that you have done is already known to me. But there is much ahead of you I cannot see. May I ask what adventuring discipline you call your own? What do you mean adventuring discipline? I am the most steadfast of wardens. I am a warden and hold the line against evil. I have nothing to say. I am a warden and hold the line against evil. Hildegard looks at you silently, the corner of her mouth turned upwards with amusement. Your prowess speaks for itself, humble warden. I know you hold the line against evil and defend good folk in all lands. I know too that you will be called upon to do so in the dark days ahead. This is not far saying, any could say such a thing. What is your name, Doubting One? Should you not already know my name? Your discourtesy shames you, Horn. I did not bring you here before Hildegard, so you might insult a woman. Worry not, Herubrand, I am not offended by this belief. Beriathan, do you believe in my gift? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I do not know if it is a gift. Hildegard remained silent, her expression a mystery. You see much, Beriathan. Few folk understand the truth of it. It is a gift to know what comes, or is it a burden? I cannot choose what I see, and often it fills me with fear and sorrow. But it is a gift, Hildegard. With this sight I could set many things aright. Come here, girl. Be quiet, girlie. What is it, Hildegard? You kindled, child. She burns with the heat of battle. Be silent, foolish man. I have battles to fight. They will not wait. It will be some time yet. That is the way of it. This woman speaks in riddles and rubbish, Beriathan. If she has knowledge of this to come, why does she not spell it for us plain? Were she to do that, perhaps I would give her my belief, but until then I remain unconvinced. You say you can see the events of days to come? Tell me what awaits me and prove your claim is true. I cannot say. I thought as much. There is no straight path through this life. Have you heard the tale of Briganda out in one? Of course, all children of Rohan have heard it. I have sung the tale myself a dozen times at the least. Do you believe it? I will not be tricked by this woman. I will wait for you outside. Horn! Okay. He's turned off, after all. I cannot believe Horn would act this way, Beriathan. Has he closed his eyes to everything we have experienced on this journey? He shares the maddening outlook of his people. Subul will not understand him. Nona clenches her fists and tosses her hair in frustration. We cannot choose to whom we give our hearts, Beriathan. That is our lot, but I might have chosen one less stubborn from out of all the kingdoms of men. I see a great battle. Hildegard? What is it? A vast army marches outside the walls. I see a white horse penned by shadows. Your love lies upon the broken ground, his shield shattered. Horn! What else do you see? I see death. No. The list of the dead is long, the minstrels mourn. Hildegard, what can we do? Hildegard! The soothsayer Hildegard stands upright, staring forward sightlessly. She still reads, but she no longer appears to see either you or Nona. Beriathan, what can we do? If Hildegard speaks the truth, it means Horn will fall in battle. A good death for any warrior, but he is not just any warrior, Beriathan. He is mine, and it is not glory he seeks. I know this to be true. I will keep Horn from meeting this end. Others have fought their fates. Why not Nona, daughter of Suvulk, sister of Wadu? You will help me in this, Beriathan. You will say none of this to Horn, do you understand? And why not? Well, Horn is not gonna believe it, but...
We must do something. I need time to think.
Hildegard is as powerful as I had hoped, and now I wish that she was not. Her words give shape to a grim tomorrow, and I do not want to believe it will come to pass. Am I to lose Horn as I lost my brother?
Rubbish and lies.
The words of that woman prey on the fears and hopes of all who listen to her. Herubrand is a fool if he believes himself to be invincible on account of Hildegard's witless rambling. I cannot believe Nona sets any stock upon the words of this woman. She has my heart, always, but I am saddened by her belief in this nonsense. And what is Corulan? After all, last time we saw him he was in Stoke. Why didn't he come with us to the Stonedings? Not that I am complaining, I of course like Nona and Horn, but feels weird not to have Corulan.
Now do you understand?
Hildegard has unusual powers and she speaks of the future with a convincing tongue. I have no doubt that I will cast the downlanding invaders from Woodhurst, for none of them can hope to slay me or my son. If my death be at Orcish hand, then no man can hope to harm me.
Travel south to Brockbridge and meet with my son, Herefara.
I sent my son Herefara south to the town of Brockbridge, for the bridge over the span is of great strategic importance. He was to help Thane Leoford keep that point secure, for the Thane... well, some say his last days are nearly here. My son is strong and will help Leoford defend the span. Travel south to Brockbridge and meet with my son. He will know how best you and your companions can help. Alright. Of course, we will travel to Brockbridge. There's no doubt about that, but before we do so, as you can see, we can still do some things in town, so... let us travel to the mine. But we're actually gonna do that mine on the next episode. Let us just make our way there today. Don't worry about that later. The mine, as you can see, is not far. Maybe we could have done the mine instead of the soothsayer, but in the end it's all the same. At least these two, the mine or the soothsayer. You have discovered with Isernor. Hildegard's cave is somewhere around here, not remember the exact point, but they are too close to each other. And here we have the mine overseer. And that's what we will be doing on the next episode, so join me next time and we'll continue our journey through the Stonedings. For the time being, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.